Hey everybody, welcome to Spikey Saturday number 254 on the Man of Leek. I'm John as always, and we're back for some more M21 draft, and I finally opened something that's not 9 lives, or See the Truth? The one in a blue Sorcery Anticipate that I've opened a billion times. Loving this format still. It's super fun, it's drafting, it's the draft that I like to do, and we're going to take the Stormwing Entity because it's a very, 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 very good card. It's not quite in the bomb territory, but it's still going to close out games, give us a ton of value, and be fantastic. There's a Mistral Singer here that we won't get back around. There's a Cultivate, which is fine. Tempered Veteran is pretty good. I think the experts are on green-white as being the best deck in the format right now. It's good. It's hard to come together sometimes, but you'll face it a whole lot. But yeah, we'll take this Stormwing Entity and feel pretty darn good about it. Pretty early in the morning, I doubt we'll be drafting with anybody that we happen to know, but boy, would I love a Gin and Tonic. I suppose not at 10 a.m., but at some point it'd be nifty to have. We've got a Tutelage here. Tutelage is a fantastic card, and we probably just can't pass it. There's a Grasp here. People are on black being the worst color. Maybe, but it's like 1% or 2. Black's fine. Don't pass black just because people say that it's the worst color. There's a Drowsing Pteranodon here, which is pretty good. There's a Feeder Resistance, which is great, but we're going to take Tutelage, and that's going to be the way we go. Stormwing doesn't draw, right? It just scries on ETB, and then it's just a 3/3 Flying Prowess. Right. I haven't played with it much. Yeah, we'll take Tutelage, which means we're going to be looking for card draw, control. If we end up in green, that's awesome. If we end up in red, that's awesome. If we end up in white, that's pretty darn decent. And black is also fine. So we'll take Tutelage, and we're going to do this. I've done this too many times. Too many times so far. So Skyscanner draws a card. It goes great in this deck. Protege also pretty decent because it's repeatable card draw. It'll probably come back around. The Skyscanner may not. There is also just a blue-red duel, which is a reasonable pick here because blue-red spells is still fantastic, has a lot of card draw, and if we don't find the Tutelage quickly, still will just win the games. But I don't think we need to take that just yet over a card that will play in the blue-red spells deck anyways if we end up in it, but we'll also play it in every other possible deck. There's a Wishcoin Crab that we'll probably take if it comes back around, and maybe main deck. It's a little bit later in the game to be blocking, but once it comes down, it blocks really well. So we'll take that Skyscanner. Following that up, we get a Voldalian Arcanist, which helps us cast our instants and sorceries, which we will hopefully have a whole bunch of. There's a Meteorite, which is okay. It's not amazing. Saw somebody die to this with a Fiery Emancipation on the board, so it did 6 damage to their face. It's pretty good. Basri's Acolyte is probably the best card here, but a Tutelage deck isn't really caring about Acolyte. And Acolyte, finally, I think, has gone down a little bit in people's evaluations. It's still fine. It's still, a card that you're very happy to have. But I think people have finally backed off from this being like some sort of broken, busted common. But yeah, we'll take this Arcanist. It's fine. Nothing else draws a card here. Okay, we've got a Magmut, which is fine. That puts us into the blue-red area. It's nice because it does 2 damage until it can't, and then when it can't, it still keeps doing 1 damage a turn. There's another Arcanist here. There's another Frost Breath. If we knew that we were blue-red, we would take the Frost Breath because it's fine, but we don't know that. So I think the Magmut's just a higher upside. This does basically cut blue from the pack. It gives us turns. Oh, I'm talking myself into it. Let's take it. Okay, so now we get a little bit more of a signal here. We get a relatively late Watcher of the Spheres, and blue-white can be a pretty decent deck. There is a Swift Response here, and a Makeshift Battalion, actually. White. This suggests white's almost a little bit open here. Teferi's Protege just keeps us on the Teferi's plan. The trick with Tutelage is if you don't have 2, you have to find this one. Now, luckily, you probably have a ton of card draw in your deck, so you actually still have a good chance of finding it. But if your 1 Tutelage is on the bottom, it's the end of your game plan if that's your only game plan, whereas blue-white flyers, we can just win by smashing them in the air. So I'm going to take this on a flyer to see if we can happen to get there. We get a Sanctum of Calm Waters, which is great. Repeatable card draw for tutelage that we don't have to pay anything for after the first is pretty decent, and I've played Sanctums more than I want to admit. I mean, you saw last week we played 3 Sanctums and we 3-0'd with it, and we were basically splashing for just the Sanctums. Yeah, we'll take Sanctum of the Calm Waters here. Gale Super if we really wanted to jump into this blue-white deck, but Sanctum helps me out here. Okay, so now the Flyers deck looks pretty decent with a very late Falconer Adapt. This card, as I thought in the set review, isn't incredible. You have to put something on it, you have to dub it, you have to Rousing Read it, you have to make sure that this thing is going to be able to attack multiple times. But if it can, it's pretty decent, and it'll be a fine pickup for us here. Anointed Chorister has also been totally okay. Skeleton Archer is just not something we're going to go into black for, but has also been pretty good. But let's take the Adept. Here we get a Cancel, which we might play. You know, if we're going to be somewhat of a control-y flyer deck, Cancel fits. Spined Megalodon does not. Revitalize does not. Super late Feat of Resistance. This table must not be drafting white at all. This is fantastic. And I think solidifies us into a blue-white deck here, rather than being some sort of like mono-blue tutelage monstrosity. Protege did come back. Pick 11? No, this is the second Protege that I passed. So we'll take that pretty happily. We don't want Keen Glidemaster. We're the flyer deck, but we don't want to play a 2-1 for 2 that we have to pay 3 to finally get a flyer when we can just pick things that already fly. We'll take a Duress here because it has an alt art frame. Gloomsower, I guess. We're not going to play Silent Dart in the deck. And that's an okay pack 1. The second Protege. Totally fine. Totally fine. So we're going to be looking for more feats. We're going to be looking for capture spheres, swift responses. We're going to be a little bit control-y, or we just want really good flyers, like a Shacklegeist. There is also a Roman Ghostlight here. Crud! Crud. So Shacklegeist, this is obviously the more controlling option, and I think the more powerful option, whereas Shacklegeist, there's going to be games where we just go Watcher of the Spheres, Shacklegeist, Skyscanner, attack, 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 you're dead. So we're going to take this for the upside, the potential aggro upside. So let's take this Shackle. Also in the pack is not much. Not much. We don't want that Legion's Judgment. Well, we would take it for the sideboard. But yeah, if we could get Dowser or Ghostlight back around, we'll be very happy. Don't think we will, though. Don't think we will. Pretty good card here in Waker of the Waves. It doesn't draw the card, notably, so it doesn't help out tutelage, but it's still a cycler that if we happen to hit 7 mana before we cycle it, we have a 7/7. And that's very good. Concordia Pegasus hopefully can come back around. We'll play that in this deck. 1 mana, 1/3 flyer if we have Watcher down, plus it pumps the Watcher. Pretty good. Chorister, Battlements. If we were the aggro version of this blue-white deck, we would definitely play the Battlements. This has been very good if you are like a 10-12 flyer deck, but we'll take the Waker. Here, we don't get much that I'm happy with. Siege Striker is a decent card. It's better than I gave it credit for. Still dies to a lot of things, but you want to be a very aggro and go wide heavy creature deck, and I don't think we're quite going to be there. There's a Daybreak Charger as well. Keen Glidemaster. I don't think we want any of these cards, so we may as well take the one with the highest upside, even if I don't think that it's actually going to make the final deck. Yeah, let's take the Siege Striker. I don't think it makes our final deck. So here I'm starting to feel like blue might actually be cut. There was a rare and then 3 commons taken out of this pack, which means we might have seen a Capture Sphere go away, a Roaming Ghostlight, a Mistral Singer. So we get a Battlements if we perhaps do push a little bit more of the aggro version here. I don't think we want a second cancel, although maybe it could work. I just don't think that we're... What's our creature count? 10? Oh, we're already at 10. Wow. Yeah, I just don't think we're the Battlements deck. Let's pick up the first one over the second cancel, and we'll see what happens. Second Waker. Gladly. That means the first one is like a free cycle. We don't even have to care about should we keep it or should we not. We can just pitch the first one and find the second one. Very happy with that second Waker. Super late Black Sanctum that we could splash for, but there's a swift response, so we're going to take the swift response here. Sanctum of All, when I see it pack one, pick one, I will give it a go, but we're going to have to see that actually happen someday. Momentary Streamlabs error there, but we're back with a Lofty Denial here, and I think when I was resetting it up, I think we auto-picked a Frost Breath at some point, because I don't remember actually picking that. So here's the Legion Judgment for our sideboard, which we're pretty darn okay with. And then the Pegasus came back around, yeah, this is the Pegasus that came back around, pick 2. So that goes in the deck for sure. Nothing we want here. We're not going to play this Light of Promise. It's a bad card, even in the life gain deck, which I will take the win on. Doesn't actually come together much, as I said in the set review. Smarmy John. Yeah, we'll take a Walking Corpse here. We'll take a Glide Master. We're not going to play a Fury of the Bitten. Seems good so far. We have kind of whiffed on finding a ton of draw for the tutelage. So, I mean, if I got, like, pick 1, 2, 3, 4 really good flyers, we probably would just pitch the tutelage and, like, the Proteges, maybe. Instead, we get a Peer into the Abyss. And no blue cards we want, and no white cards we want. We are looking at a Concordia Pegasus or a Skyscanner as our pack 3 pick 1. Okay. I guess the Skyscanner draws a card. What's our flyer count? We should put these over here. 1, 2, 3, 4. That Lofty Denial might actually just come back around. Oh, wait, no, we auto-picked a second Falconer Adept. Hi, second Falconer Adept. Hi. Yeah, we'll take this Skyscanner, see if the Lofty Denial comes back around. Another Feat versus a Mistral Singer. That's a tough pick. That's a really tough pick. What's our creature count? 15? I think Feat's just better. I love Mistral Singer, but I think Feat is just better. Especially since we are going to be a creature deck. We are going to want to protect our flyers. Here we don't get much. We get another Siege Striker, but again, we're not playing this first one. Like, we're just not tapping down our stuff because our stuff is going to mostly fly. And so it'll be tapped because it'll be attacking. Yeah, I don't want much here. Protege? Thornwood Falls, just in case we get a stupidly good green card, which I don't know. There's no commons that I would splash for. I would not splash for a Hunter's Edge. I feel like most of the rares that I would splash for are double green. Let's take the Siege Striker. Capture Sphere, there we go, there we go. I wanted that. I wanted that. There's also a Tempered Veteran, which is fine, but I think I just want the Capture Sphere a little bit more. We're actually not going to be that controlly of a deck, but as long as we can, like, pick off a couple of threats that we don't want to deal with, we can then fly through the air without much of a care. Rousing Reed is fantastic. It draws cards, it makes flyers. That is what I want. We could almost go 16 lands in this deck, too. We've got a lot of 2-drops. 4 4-drops and a 5-drop and 2 7-drops probably means I won't end up there. Luckily, these, of course, aren't exactly 7-drops because we can cycle them if need be. I don't think we'll go 16 lands, but it's a thought. It's a thought. We've got an Unsubstantiate here, which is fine. It does what you need to do. People are dubbing a lot. People are rousing reading a lot. People are putting counters on things a lot. Unsubstantiate can just do some work. I think we're probably not playing the cancel is the trick. Blue-white duel, heck yeah. Heck yeah. We need a couple cuts. It might just be tutelage. It might just be tutelage. But that was my plan. This deck's probably just better if I cut tutelage, eh? Because we're not controlling. We're not drawing like crazy. Take a cancel here, or just a Concordia Pegasus. Yeah, we'll take the Concordia Pegasus. All right, what draws us cards? Rousing Reed, Proteges, Sky Scanners. And is that it? Sanctum. Man, with Sanctum and 2 Proteges, I still feel like tutelage is fine enough. Another Lofty Denial as well. We're going to have to make a lot of cuts here. And we're going to have to make some tough decisions. We've got an Anima we're not going to play. Take an uncommon for the Volt. Secure the Scene we will not be playing. It's a fine card. Don't underrate that card. It's still removal. It's still bomb insurance. It still kills, 99% of the format. But it's not quite what we want. I don't want to cut the toots. So we've got 27 cards. We need 4 cuts. It's got to be tutelage, right? We can cut cancel. Our Lofty Denials are probably going to basically function as cancels. So we made our first cut. Hey, we got 20 gems too. Let me mark that down in my spreadsheet. Oh, 3 cuts, 3 cuts. How many flyers do we have? We have 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, Voldalian Arcanist. You are helping us cast 7 spells? Where are they? Feet, swift, lofty, unsubstantiate. It's helping us cast our very expensive 2-drop spells. And then Frost Breath and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. So Warded Battlements I think works really well. What has flying? How does this work? Is there an Oracle text? Type, subtype, color, Oracle. So Oracle flying. That didn't do anything to our... Oh, right. We have to go like this. Oh, flying. There we go. Okay. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we have 7 natural flyers. We can build a flyer for an 8th flyer, and then we can potentially make multiple flyers. So we've got a whole bunch of flyers. And what creatures don't fly? Waker, Arcanist, Protege. So I'm pretty happy to keep the Warded Battlements in, because I think that's going to kind of be what our plan is. And what's our creature curve look like? Creature curve looks fantastic. Whole curve looks fantastic, to be honest. So if we cut the tutelage package, that would be tutelage, Sanctum, Protege. I think that just makes a better deck. It just makes a better deck. I love tutelage so much, and I want to keep playing Sanctums, but I think that's just a better deck. All right, let's go in with the better deck, the adult deck. Responsible choices here on Spikey Saturday. I don't like them, but responsible choices. Still fine with the 17 lands because we do have the 4 drops. We do have a 5 drop, although hopefully it's a 3 drop. And I do want to get those 7 drops out. And we can pitch the lands to the Protege. We'll play first. And this looks slower than I would expect for that gigantic amount of 2 drops that we had, but it'll work. It'll work. A Sky Scanner will turn on Lofty Denial. The Silent Dart. It just made a noise. It's not silent at all. Lies. Those of you who watched stream this Wednesday, where we again 3-0'd, will know that I found that I thought that if you turned voice down, it silenced the wolf finally. Turns out it doesn't. There is no way to silence the wolf or the cat dragon right now. I had hoped the update would have fixed that, and it did not. Opponent with all three colors playing a Revitalize for no value. Also 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44. The 45 card special. All right. All right. You do you. You do you. All right. If this Adept gets in, we're going to be fantastic. So we just this is 4, right? Yeah. 4 mana deals 3. Maybe they just kill the Adept, which I'm pretty okay with. We've got another one. We can play a Protege and have Lofty Denial up. All good. All good. All good. They're not going to play it. Ooh, Rousing Reed. Putting it out of darting distance. Letting us get our burb. Holding up feet. Holding up Lofty Denial. I have a feeling it will be difficult for us to lose. Just a feeling. Roaming Ghostlight? No. Absolutely not. So 3, 4, 5. We're getting in for 6. We're taking them to 12. And they're dead. Their head explode. All right. Easy game 1. Let's hope they're all that easy. So we saw exactly 4 cards from them. We saw exactly 4 cards from them. I don't know if we super want to do anything. There's a thing to be said about putting Legion's Judgment in over Frost Breath. The Sabertooth Mauler with a single counter becomes a target. If they're green, they theoretically have more targets. They're playing too many cards, so a cancel could make them stumble real hard, but I think the Lofty Denials just do a better job at that. So let's go back in, and I think we might be okay. Good hand, good hand, good hand. It's a fine hand. Again, don't we have 17 billion 2-drops? Shouldn't we have more than 1 in our opening hand? Well, we get to do the fun thing where we keep up Lofty Denial, and if we don't need it, we cycle the Waker. Yeah, whatever. We'll counter your 6-drop. I'm not afraid of a 1/1. So what's your 6-drop, Dreadma? Yep. Hey, Ma, how's it going? All right, so we'll cycle the Waker. Find Shackle? 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 Is it Shackle? Shackle. Let's take the Shackle. Because Shackle will turn on the Protege, or the Lofty Denial, but Concordia Pegasus blocks this Empath, so let's go with Concordia here. We're going to play an ever so slightly slower version of the last game. So as long as this isn't scary, and it wasn't scary, look at that. I'm a fan of things not being scary. We're going to drop a Shacklegeist here, and we'll start attacking again. We're up by 1. This Empath doesn't scare me. So we don't want to Lofty Denial this if we don't have to. So it's going to kill Shacklegeist. I'm fine with that. Fine with that. That means they'll have 2 extra mana available next turn. Yeah, we can race here. They'll have 2 extra mana available, which should be fine because they need 4. They may not have a land, which means they have no extra mana available. Okay, can we deal with a Ghostlight? Yeah, we can deal with the Ghostlight. We just can't deal with that Dreadmaw. They're going to bounce. They're going to bounce their own empath. Okay, that's cute. That's cute. That's cute. Let's do the old looty loot here. Holy moly, lands. Well, we have no attacks, so we pass that turn. They are super playing around our counterspells. Alright, let's kill that Dreadmaw. Okay, Swift Response deals with their next Gigantor thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I would rather have the loot up if we don't have to Swift Response, and we probably don't have to Swift Response. Ooh, another Denial. That'll stop their next 6-drop, will it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Ooh, it'll be close. It'll be close. It'll be close. But yeah, let's keep those on top like that. Pass the turn. We don't have to Swift Response their Roaming Ghostlight. Sure, I'll take 3. Still pretty sure we're winning this race. Their own Stormwing entity. How dare? How dare? Alright, let's loot. How dare? Well, at least we have an idea here. We can Stormwing entity in. Hopefully they block with their Stormwing entity. We Swift Response their... Oof, a Waker. Okay. Okay, there's some trouble to be had here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're fine to counter that Waker. So let's come in with the Stormwing. They don't block. We can drop our Falconer. Pass the turn. We counter their Waker if they play it. Gaggle Master? Okay. Man, opponent's making us work for this, and I don't like it. I don't like it one bit. Let's kill off this Stormwing entity. I don't like having to work for my wins. So we're going to take 3. And that's fine. Burlfist Oak, also okay-ish. Okay, deck. No more lands, please. So we don't really have an attack here, so we're gonna pass the turn. We're gonna have to hope that this protege hits something good. They're still playing around counterspells. This feels like a new player playing around counterspells. Like, you just kind of have to make me have it, right? Alright, so we're gonna... Are we gonna loot before blocks? Yeah, we're gonna loot before blocks. Loot, loot, loot. What do we find? We find a Waker. My own Waker. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Cool. We found my own Waker. We might just have to give up our flyers? Taking 7 here? So when Waker comes down, the Roaming Ghostlight's no longer a problem. Concordia Pegasus can just block it. Burlfist Oak is a bit more of a problem. But if we can start making birds with the Falconer Adept, they can block. Mute. Yeah. Let's go with that. So we're down to 4. Pretty problematic. Hopefully they play their Waker. They do. We counter it. Okay, feet is pretty decent as well. Alright, so we're going to come in and make a bird. Because I don't think we're dying next turn. So Burlfist Oak's going to be a 3/3, but of course our Waker is just going to laugh at it. If we can untap, I think we're back in this pretty well. Okay. Still needing to untap here. Oh my god. Alright, we're in trouble, is what we're in. So we do have to block the Burlfist. And take 3, I guess. They are out of cards, so we've got our chance. So we pass the turn. We can Feat of Resistance a Pegasus, which kills the Ghost Light. And then what? In with Team. So we can block here. Although I guess the Gaggle-Master needs to die more, right? So we can go like that. Feat of Resistance, the one that they order first. And then we can put the Protege in front of there and the Adept in front of here. Is making birds more important, or is looting more important? I don't think birds are important because they can't block that well. So let's go like that. See what they order for the Gaggle-Master here. Feat of Resistance, the one that's on the left. Not that they're ordering 2 of the same card. They reordered them. Alright, so we go like that, pro-white. So this now stops the Ghost Light. Burlfist Oak, still a bit of a problem. Falconer Adept is a blocker. And in fact, 2, 4, 5. We can triple block. I don't know if it's the wisest thing to do, but we could triple block. If they have a draw spell, we're in trouble. They might have Revitalize. So if they have Revitalize, we put the Pegasus in front. It becomes a 6, and they get to kill 2 things. They kill the 2/4 and the 1/3 flyer, and then we're just dead next turn. Let's just hope they don't have it. They don't have it. All right. Still in this, we are going to cycle that away. You best believe. You best believe. Are we going to cycle it away now? Yes, because we can hit a creature. And we're not blocking on the land. Alright, well now we're going to play it. Now that we've whiffed on getting anything there. If they have a second Meteorite, they can just murder us. Sabertooth Mauler could be a problem. Unsubstantiate's pretty cute. Pretty cute. Doesn't do anything for us just yet. I wonder if they send the Ghostlight in to die just to try to pump their Mauler up. Revitalize, sure thing. So unfortunately, we don't mill them out because they're playing way more cards than they should be. Sky Scanner, we're actually down to 12 cards somehow. I guess we looted quite a bit. Rousing Reed, this could start to get us back in. It's also really going to get us close to milling ourselves. How do we get the most damage coming through? I guess the Arcanist. And we'll pitch the land here. I do want the Arcanist up for the Unsubstantiate, but we have to start attacking now, because we're down to 9 cards in our deck. Ghostly Pilferer is somewhat of a problem. We do have a capture sphere left. We do have a capture sphere left. So we're going to drop this Watcher. And we're going to start smashing in the air. Like so. Down to 20. Pass the turn. I don't think we loot that island away, because we need a lot of turns here. They discarded a card, good for them. We're going to unsubstantiate that Pilferer. Although I guess we have to find the capture sphere, right? We have to find the capture sphere. So we might actually have to loot that island away to try to find it. Because if we don't capture sphere the ghostly Pilferer, we're boned. Watcher's pretty scary. Capture sphere on top one time? One time? One time. Uno timeo. Do we have another Waker? No, both Wakers are gone. I think we're going to lose this one. I think we're going to mill out here. Our opponent somehow... Did we honestly draw that many cards? Wild. Wild, wild, wild. Alright, so we'll pitch that land. Warded Battlements is cute. 1, 2, 3, 4. We can't cast it. If we don't find Capture Sphere, we are dead. Play this for 2, and then we still have a land. So if we draw Capture Sphere here, we're not dead. I took a Capture Sphere, right? Please tell me I took a Capture Sphere. Okay, we're dead. We are dead. So it's Flunge time. That's what time it is. It's Flunge time. Ugh, so Capture Sphere's in the bottom 4 of our deck. We could have captured Sphered Pilferer. I mean, we still would have been in trouble with only 4 cards left, right? They dropped to 11, and that's the end of us. Oh, how did we loot that much? We do have a Capture Sphere. Did we honestly loot that much? That's wild. That's wild. All right. So they have a fair bit of flyers. Not many were big. What did they have? They have a Waker and a Dreadmaw. And that's about it. I don't think we care because we have the Lofty Denials. So we save Lofty Denials for those two, unless it's going to win us the game before they come down. I almost slightly want to secure the scene for the Pilferer. Although, honestly, Waker of the Wave stops the Pilferer, too. Alright, let's go back in. Hopefully their deck consistency hurts them a bit. We'll play first. So, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45. 45 cards. There we go. There's a 2-drop, 3-drop, 4-drop Swift Response. Looks very good to me. The only way this gets better is if we top deck our Watcher of the Skies. Oh, we have used quite a bit more time because we did think a lot there when we started getting Your Goad. They mulled 6 Cool Beans. Cool Beans. Yeah, we're going to Shacklegeist to get some damage starting rather than Arcanist here. Sky Scanner finding a land would be pretty decent. Conclave Mentor. We didn't see that many counters going on, right? Let's drop the Sky Scanner. We saw what? Sabertooth Mauler. Just Sabertooth Mauler? They got their own Watcher of the Skies. Goody for them. Goody, goody, goody for them. I will happily trade if you would like. Ooh, awesome. Sounds good to me. Let's drop a Falconer Adept. Pass that turn a Reno. Gonna need to find Lofty Denials. Truffle Snout, well, that's pretty good with the Conclave Mentor. That is ye old 4/4. Let's pop down another Falconer Adept. And I think I missed attacking with this last turn. Oops, they should actually be at 16. Alright, they might just curve out with better cards here. Ornery Dilophosaur, sure. Okay, we get to hold them back a little bit here. Still, we curved out and didn't attack, which is going to be a problem. We needed to be more aggressive, and their 4/4 pig has stopped us. Dead in our tracks. That Dilophosaur attacks as a 4/4 too. That's pretty gross. Okay, let's double block the pig and see if we can get a combat trick or something out of it. I might just let one of these adepts die, to be honest. What do they have in hand? A Mauler? It's so many birds if we get an attack next turn with them both. I'm going to kill the pig. I just really hate that that leaves us with nothing in hand. Alright, so we take 4. Play nothing? Okay. Okay, we have a minor chance. In with Burbs. Okay. Game looks better. Game looks better. This is a longer match one than I thought after the first game where we crushed and they had the 45 card deck. Whew. Whew. That second game worried me, but 1-0. Good start. Alright, let's go into game 2. Keep it going. Deck seems good. Deck seems good. Just don't flood out. We've never ever had to say that before on Spikey Saturday, right? Last night I played a game just for fun, or a match just for fun, or a draft just for fun. I had a 16 land deck. I drew 13 of my lands, and I had 17 cards left in the deck. That means there were 3 lands in a deck that was almost half my deck. I still won somehow, but I think that's a new record. So we've got a Waker on 2 to help us draw into creatures. This is a slow hand, but we'll keep it. People mulligan a little tiny bit too much. We'll cycle this on their turn. White, Seasoned Hallowblade, cool. We can never win. We can win. We need explicitly Capture Sphere. Sweet. This card is nuts. It's perhaps a problem. It perhaps should not exist. Perhaps should be a rare. Perhaps is a problem. We're going to take 3 here. That's fine. Good game. Good game. Do we have a way of dealing with the second one? I don't know that we do. Don't know that we do. Dropping a Waker of the Waves so that it can block. I think we just die, though. I think we just die. Don't pass this card. Ever. Never, ever, ever. We're going to drop a Falconer Adept here. Okay, we only had... I see. I was thinking that was a 3-drop. We'll take another 3. But I suspect we have literally no way of winning this. We'll drop a Sky Scanner so that we can draw a card. We might just have to Frost Breath them. But if they start a game with 2 Hallow Blades, we're not winning. Yeah, so we're going to Frost Breath those 2. They're going to get a cat as well. Yeah, we have no way out. We're dead. Some games, you just lose. Some games you just lose. We can't even really get a burb. Well, we can sort of get a burb if we Feat of Resistance pro green. We might actually get to kill something. Let's get a burb. They're going to double block. Let's kill the Visionary. Feat of Resistance, pro green, kill the Visionary. We get in for a whopping 2 damage. And probably have to swift response that Wildwood Scourge. But I guess we're swift responsing Joel Rail. Alright, let's actually kill her so that we get no more cats here. Their own feet, pretty good. Yeah, we're not winning this one. This might be the Topin Freeblade of the format. Except Topin Freeblade was never that good. I guess our Falconer Adept blocks it finally. But yeah, we're... we were never in this game. Alright, so... no point in blocking the Hallow Blade here. Let's get rid of that. Let's make them discard a card. And let's take 4. 5, 6. 7. Cool. Opponent has a very good deck. Perhaps unbeatable, depending on what we can do about it. This does exile. This is an answer for a Freeblade. So we can pop that in over... I think over the battlements. So that is an answer for 1 Freeblade. This is an answer for another Freeblade. Lofty Denial, early enough, or with flyers could do it. I don't think we want to jump into the tutelage package. Legion's Judgment would take down their Wildwood if it got too big for its britches. But let's go in with this and identify that we may just not stand a chance. And let's hope we have a chance. Play first. What is with these opening hands? They're trash. I swear we have like a dozen 2-drops. I think we just keep. Like, you can't mull hands that look like this. Mulling is a massive loss to your win percentage. Massive, massive loss. That's a nice slower start. I'm happy with that. Arcanist helps our hand look like it was always good. No white is something I'm very happy to see. Pteranodon on 2 is pretty good. There's an answer for the thingy that we need. We can hope that they put like a Citizen training on the Pteranodon or something. Joel Rail, sure thing. Our opponent is currently mana screwed. So you're saying there's a chance. Track down, probably going to find themselves a land. Top, top, top. Must be nice. Must be nice. We are going to scan the skies. Another adept. All right. Unfortunately, we're not getting through. And I don't know you, but I was under the impression that we were a Flyers deck. But we are just not seeing them their Flyers. I think we're just unsubstantiating one of these cat tokens. Just try to keep their board a little bit more under control. My god, lands. Drop another adept. Not that we're attacking. Get in for 1. Sniper. Ah. Must be nice. Do you have to tap this? You don't have to tap it. Cool. Cool. Opponent has just a stellar deck. We're going to Rousing Read one of these Adepts. That's what we're going to do. That Waker may come in handy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we can pitch one of these lands. It's got reach, eh? So it can eat this bird. Okay, we need to stick the Waker next turn. If we stick the Waker, maybe we're in this? Maybe. Maybe. I just don't see that actually being a thing. Our opponent is playing literally no bad cards. Yup, that sure is going to kill that. I don't believe we're in this anymore. I mean, I'm going to block a cat and the other cat. Oh, they've got 2 Llanowar Visionaries up. Again, I never remember that those are mana dorks. They're 2/2s. They're buff looking. They gave up a cat, but why? But why? You're just going to shoot my Sky Scanner? Let's Capture Sphere that. Alright, we dropped the Waker, but what if 2 Waker of the Waves? Maybe that gets us back in it. I don't know. Maybe. Can we attack with Falconer Adept? Yes. Why, yes, indeed we can. They block with their -1/3. Sure. Joke's on them. We got a bird. Alright, if we can stick the second Waker and they don't have answers, I still don't know what we do or how we do, but we start to do. What does the second Waker do? The second Waker turns off most of their things. And they would have to have basically a Secure the Scene. And we know they have 2 lands in hand, so that's actually decent. So this Waker can come in unimpeded. Falconer Adept would die. So we just come in with the Waker. They take the 7, because they can jump block forever. And we've lost our Rousing Read, so we're not going to make a Flying Whale, unfortunately. They play one of their lands. Alright, so they can make everything a 2/2, so everything would be an 0/2. Pretty okay with that. The Drowsing Pteranodon would be a 1/3. They basically downgrade their board, so I think we can come in with a pair of whales here. And I think 2 7-drops, perhaps, has gotten us out of this. Did they double block? They double blocked. Interesting. What you gonna do here? You're gonna Feat of Resistance that. Okay. So that's 3, 4, 5. So 5, 9. Okay, so nothing dies. That's fine. I'm fine with nothing dying and you going to 2. Invigorating Surge. Well, that's cute. Now we'll save this. Now we'll save that. So it's a 7/9. So that's scary-ish. We have another feat, right? So if we find the other feat, we win, because they have a mono green board at the moment. They have a mono green board at the moment. And we are going to flood out, eh? Let's pass the turn. Shoot my scanner. You got it. Lofty Denial. Ooh, with no flyers, eh? With no flyers. 17 cards to 19 cards. Protege, that'll help. That'll help quite a bit. We're staying in the game. It only took 2 frickin' 7 drops. Alright, let's drop another Concordia Pegasus. Pass the turn. You're gonna shoot my Pegasus. Sure. You're gonna shoot it again. Sure. Then you're gonna shoot it one more time. Sure. You did it. I guess they're getting a whole bunch of cards in their hand to make Joel Rail's attack work really well, eh? So let's just see if we can find the feat. That's not a feat. Deck, 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 deck. Don't do this to me, please. I guess we give them another thing to shoot. So what are we looking at here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're going to have 6. Everything's going to be a 6/6. So yeah, we probably just die next turn, eh? If everything's a 6/6, we have 2 good blocks. Everything would be a 4/6. Sorry, everything would be a 4/6. Except for the Drowsing Pteranodon, which would be a 12/12. Frost Breath is very cute. Very, very, very cute. That's going to give us 2 turns of attacking with an 8/8 and a 7/7. Let's loot. Let's pass the turn. On their turn, we tap Pteranodon and Gnarled Sage. Although, no, they're still going to be able to make them 7/7s now. 8/8s now. Do you have to tap Jor-El? You do not. Okay, those things are a little bit too big for their britches. Truffle a Snout. We are going to counter that Truffle Snout. We don't have a flyer. Never mind. Truffle Snout gain life. Sure. So we're still basically on Brontodon. Sure. So we're going to tap that and the Sage. And we're still kind of on Find Feat of Resistance or else. Swift Response. Yeah, I'll kill that Pteranodon. Faux show. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So they can make everything 7/7s next turn. So we cannot afford an attack. Let's loot. Why? Oh, because I tapped 2 white. That's why. That's why. So we just wasted a mana. Oops. I still don't think we're winning it. Like, I'm pretty sure we're dead, right? Like, we have 4 blockers. So we block Bront. Oh no, they're all 5/7s. So we block 4 things and we take 5, 10, 15, 20. We're dead if our opponent just counted. I guess they're being super careful. Secure the scene. Hey, what's it like not being dead anymore? What's it like not being dead anymore at all? Now I fear nothing. I fear nothing. I fear nothing at all. The Chumpalumps, you got it. Shoot my scanner. Thank you, secure the scene. Now, they still Chumpalump forever, but... you know. But we have 8 cards left. Yikes. Maybe we do just loot way more than I think we do. They're down to 10. It's been a long game. Whoof. 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 Yikes, we did that somehow. Okay. So not only do they have 2 Sanctums, but Jolrael is actually looking pretty dang good in their deck. Did I say Sanctums? I meant Hollow Blades. I was staring at Sanctum because I wish I was playing it. I don't know about that Legion's Judgment. I think we just need to draw our 2-drops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We have 11 2-drops, and we're getting like 1 in our hand. King Glidemaster would have been really good with the whales. But again, it would be trash if we didn't have a whale on the board. It does nothing else. Well, it makes Falconer Adept be able to attack. But so do better things in our deck. Pretty happy with Unsubstantiate with them making tokens. Perhaps we don't need the Voldalian Arcanist. And Glidemaster could just be better. It'll be aggressive if they have nothing down. It could make the whales fly. Let's go with that. Somehow we're going into game 3 against this deck. I did not expect it, but I'll take it. I'll certainly take it. It's going to be a long video. We still have a whole match. Okay. This one's almost close enough to saying no to, but we have chances. If this is a Hallowed Blade, we don't. Portcullis Vine, we have chances. We'll drop a Shacklegeist here. And now their Hollow Blades mean nothing. Bront, sure. I'm pretty happy to... well, we can't block, so we definitely attack here. So we can Swift Response Bront. I'm fine Swift Responsing Bront, because that makes our Capture Sphere look a little bit better. They might have a feat here. Maybe we should have actually done this end of turn. Yeah. We can Unsubstantiate Bront. That's what we can do. Or we can just Capture Sphere Bront. Like they would have played a Hallowed Blade if they had it, right? $16 all. 16 all. We might actually Unsubstantiate Bront and make them recast it. Hold up Lofty Denial. Jesus. Sure. Congrats. We'll Capture Sphere next turn. They can't have a third Lofty Denial, right? Pride Malkin? Sure. Counter on itself. Sure thing, Areno. Alright. Let's just do this now. Well, we know they don't have it. And we're in a race that we're not going to win at the moment. But if these cards aren't impactful and we can top deck, we can try to get back in. Sabertooth, pretty impactful. Portcullis Vine, less, but it draws. Yikes, okay. So we're going to go to 2. And I think this one's going to be a lot quicker than the last one. No. And we're dead. Cool. Well, that was awful. Yeah, we had a really good game 2 there. But our game plan being wait until turn 12 or 13 or 14 to get 2 7/7s out. It's not a stellar plan. So 1-1, final round. Let's see if we can make it a 2-1. Been 2-1ing a lot, which feels good win ratey and feels awful monetarily. All right, so we've got, again, no creatures on 2. It sure would be great if that Watcher of the Skies would show up someday. We will probably cycle this Waker. They're currently on mono blue because they be on tutelage. Sweet. So we just need to go fast. Our deck should be able to go fast. Pitch a Roaming Ghostlight, sure. 2 lands off the top, thank you. I'll help you. I'll draw a card. Alright, if we can get this Falconer Adept down and they don't have blocks, maybe we start. They've missed a land drop, that's pretty huge. That was 2 real creatures. Well, 1 real creature and 1 like 3/4 real creature. If Adept can live here, maybe we can start. Protege is pretty good with the tutelage. Seems like a little bit of a brave attack. I'll take 2. So we are going to unsubstantiate the Protege. And we're going to bash in for 4. Hold up the feet if need be. There goes the Watcher and a Lofty Denial. Oh, that's so many lands left in our deck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 8 lands and 17. We're about 50-50. Opponent realizes they should not be attacking. Good stuff. So we're going to smash back in. Make more burbs. We'll feat the Adept. Alright, so let's feat the Adept, get rid of the Protege. They'll probably... Oh, it's got something against they can't even loot. They're trying to loot. Rookie mistake. So... Man, I hate this card. It's so bad. That's going to become a 2/4, and our Adept is going to become an 0/3. Sure. Sorry, it's going to become a 1/4. Sure. Sure. And we'll give it Pro Blue. So in, and then we will pass the turn and Capture Sphere the Mistral Singer, I think. Actually, we might have to Capture Sphere the Protege. We can't have them having repeatable draw. We're going to go down to 14 cards here. Another Waker and a Stormwing. My god. Our deck is now over 50% lands. Super good mill. Look at that. They haven't milled a land since the first mill. Alright, let's Capture Sphere the Protege. Lofty Denial? Sure. Alright, let's attack. Or not. Well, I don't think we're going to beat the tutelage today. So we're going to have to sideboard against it. And how do we do that? Does Secure the Scene hit permanents? I don't think so. Tolarian Kraken, pretty good. Pretty good. Frost Breath could be cute. Next turn? Do we have a next turn? We have a next turn. We have a next turn. There's no reason for you to pay 1. You're not dealing damage to me. This untaps on my turn. Oh, you messed up. You messed up. You messed up. Alright, let's kill the Kraken. You messed up. Alright, so we're going to go down to 6. I don't think we're going to be able to do enough damage to actually finish this off, but that was not an attack they should ever have done. Land tutelage. So unfortunately, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9, 10, 11, 12. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So 2 of our 6 cards are lands. That's pretty bad. Alright, so we'll take 6. Like, we're not going to lose to damage here. Them gaining 2 life hurts our chances even more. We are going to tap the Kraken and the Protege. And we are going to come on and slam. Down to 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We can take them to 3. Oh, and they can untap with the Kraken, actually. So we're going to go to 3 cards. Protege is going to put us to 1 card. So we have to win. You should have done that on my turn and tapped my Falcon Redapt. So we're going to go to 1 card, and this 1 card has to win us the game. All right. All right. All right. So if we go fast, we can win. So let's really drop the curve of this deck. Non-land permanent. Non-land permanent. But they have 2. And honestly, if we've hit turn 5, it's too late. It's too late. What else can we do to try to go faster? We could have a cancel up for the tutelage. Don't like the Arcanist. All right, let's go with that, but tutelage is going to be pretty hard to beat. 2 tutelages is going to be very hard to beat. 1 tutelage is beatable, but 2 is a problem. 2 is a problem. So we're going to play first. Nope. Because even if we hit a land, it's still too slow. We would have to hit 2 by turn 3. So these are one of the ones that are interesting because it could be correct to keep this, and a lot of people would instantly go nope and throw it away. We have 16 lands. We're going to draw 2 cards by turn 3. What are the odds of us drawing 2 lands? 22%. The odds of us drawing 1 land is 74%, and that's why if we had like another 2-drop, like if this was a real creature or this was a creature, I would be more tempted to keep it because 75% of the time we're just going to get there. The Sky Scanners really get us back in. So 75% chance we are going to have a Pegasus down with a Lofty Denial up, or a Pegasus and then a Glide Master. So even if we miss on the 3rd draw, or the 2nd draw, we have something to do. The 3rd draw, we're up to a 50% chance. Like if we hit 3, we're super back in because we're going to draw some cards. I don't think we can do it though. Why the hell won't Watcher of the Skies show up? Cool, it got worse. So that I can't keep because we can't even cast anything. All right, we'll keep this. We'll pitch the Adept because it's just too slow. Okay. Fuck you, Arena. I hate this program. I absolutely hate this program. In for one. So what did it throw away for us? It threw away our feet. Thanks. Tutelage on 3, we can never win. We can never win with that multi-5. Battlements would have been nice, but we need the land for it. Cool, no lands. Awesome, love it. Oh, magic. 2 islands, which would have been nice. I won't say tutelage is a problem, not like Hallowed Blade. There's still significant ways to beat tutelage. 2 is where it gets kind of nutty, but 2 is an abnormality. Remember that in any given draft, there's only 0.9 copies on average of any given uncommon. So the odds of you getting 2, the odds of 2 existing in a pod is already kind of like a chunk away from average. Since it's such a highly regarded card, the odds of you getting both of them or any player getting both of them is lower. So I don't look at tutelage as a big problem. It's a feel bad because players don't like losing to mill. It feels bad to, watch your deck go away like that. But our deck is, I think, kind of suited to beat it. We just can't draw our nearly 12 2-drops. But I guess we could win by our opponent timing out, apparently wasting time changing their cat. Sky Scanner, sure. Swift Response, Sky Scanner. 3rd land that we can't use, cool. Let's get in for 2. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10 lands left. Pretty good amount of them are blue. Oh, hey, the second tutelage came down. Well, that's going to be the end of us. That's going to be the end of us. So we're going to go down to 14 cards. We're going to be at 13 on our draw. We're dead. We're dead. But I know y'all want to see this play out, because played your outs. Sky Scanner down. Sure thing. Look at all these outs that I could have played too. Look at all of these outs. Get in for 2. Drop this fella here. So we're going to go to 5, and then we'll draw, and it will be 4. So if they can draw a card, we have died. Yeah, where the hell have you been, you stupid bird wizard? Where the hell have you been? Alright, we're done. Cool. That was a miserable loss. All right, 1 and 2, unfortunately. I think that's the worst Spiky Saturday we've had, because we 3-0'd and 2-1, I believe. But yeah, you just can't beat 2 tutelages if they come out like that. 1 tutelage, like I said, you can beat it if you draw properly, but look at our deck. Look at our 2-drops. And we could just never get them down. We could have had Pegasus on turn 2, which we rarely had. We played Watcher of the Spheres once. We rarely saw this guy on 2. We saw this guy on 2 sometimes. Yeah, the deck could have done pretty good, but we just had some bad matchups, some bad draws, but that's how Magic works. So unfortunately, we lose all of our money, and we're down like $15 Canadian. Have I mentioned I hate Arena lately? Let me know how M21's going for you. Hopefully people are coming around on it. Like I said, I really like the format. I think it's really, really good. I think it's proper Magic drafting. It's what I want Magic drafting to be. Obviously, as always, a couple of little changes. Maybe make this a rare. I think it's still probably fine. Make Hallowed Blade a rare or change it a little bit. But yeah, I like it. Let me know how it's going for you in the comments down below. As always, if you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, you can find me over on Twitter, Twitch, and Facebook. You can find me at patreon.com/ShamanAleek if you want to help keep the channel going that way. Like, share, subscribe is the easiest way, the quickest way, the freest way. And if you do have questions, comments, or suggestions, let me know. Otherwise, see y'all next time.